Okay, today we're going to assemble this Yale lock that we opened and gutted on the last video. I use this follower. It's got a little slot on this end, a slot on the other end. I slide it in where I do half of this lock at a time. Okay, we'll start in number 3 position. I'll drop the spring in. Now let's put the, we usually just drop this in on top of the spring, like this. Then we'll line it up and push it down and slide the follower over on top of it. This is tedious work, but this is the way I do it. Someone else probably has a different way of doing it. So let's go to number 2. We'll put the spring in. All right, we'll set this right on top of the spring. Push it down. Slide the follower over on top of it. Put number 1 spring in. Put this pin in just like this, and slide it down and slide the follower over. Now I turn the lock around, and we're going to do the last 3 of this lock. Okay, let's put a spring in the number 4 position, drop it in place. Alright, we want to put this one right on top of it. See if we can get it lined up with that hole. Push it down. What didn't work? Missed it. Let's try it again. Okay. I usually do this with a bright light and a magnifying glass. It's easier to do it that way. Okay, push it down, slide the follower over on top of it. Okay, let's get another spring. Put number 5 in. And we do the same thing. Push it down, slide the follower on top of it. Oops, we better put a spring in. You don't want to forget the springs. That's why when you're working on a lock, that's all you need to have in front of you is what you're going to put in that lock. So if you misplace something or lose it, then you can know what you've done. Alright, let's put this wafer right on top of the spring, and let's slide this forward just a little bit over the wafer. Now the T-pin will set right in like this and push down on the T-pin, slide the follower back just a little, and then forward. Okay, and there we have all the springs and pins into the lock. We just slide this back to line it up with where these pins are. Now, this, you want to make sure that you put the right pins in the right hole. Sorry, didn't have it down. Alright, you put all the pins in, and you make sure that everything is lined up properly to fit into the lock. You don't want the wrong pin in the wrong hole. And then we'll take the lock and we'll just slide this in just like this. Push the follower out, and you've got a working lock. Works real smooth. And you don't want to forget to put the clip on the back. Okay, let me get the clip. Okay, this is the clip for this, so this slides in just like this. Alright, now you've got the clip in to where the plug won't come out, and there it is. The lock is pinned and ready to go. I know there's probably an easier way to do it, but this is the way I've always done it, and it works good for me. So on this lock here, I could have done it a lot easier because I got little set screws here in the top. I could have took these set screws out and dropped the pins in from this top, and then put a spring on top of it and put the little set screw back in. And by the way, the all the upper pin cylinders are threaded all the way down in this lock, which makes it just a little bit harder to open. But this is your bidding on the key. So whoever gets this lock can have fun with it. And I appreciate your time. Please do not do anything illegal. And please, please, please stay out of trouble. Thank you again.